Calling all Dragon Ball Z fans out there, we have finally found a director that has the capabilities of creating a real life action Dragon Ball Z film. Welcome. Yet another episode of Filmy Thoughts. Welcome aboard. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button. We are moving on to Sonic. And I'm excited. I thought this was a really good film. It sounds really childish for me to say. Obviously, I grew up on Sonic, played all the games. But I'm not being biased. I just really enjoyed the film. It was a cool little adventure. We all know when the original images of Sonic came out about 6 to 9 months ago, there was huge uproar because he just didn't look great. So the director went back to the drawing board and created this new Sonic, which looks better. And I feel like it was a good move. We have also found, in my opinion, a director that is up for the job of taking on Dragon Ball Z and making it an absolute smash. There were certain scenes in this film, right, where Sonic the Hedgehog was powering up or getting vexed, and even I was sitting up thinking, oh my gosh, he is about to finish someone. I was getting excited, and there was blue sparks flying all over the place, and I thought, bruh, I feel like I'm watching a Dragon Ball Z film. We all know the last Dragon Ball film that came out that was real life action was shocking, it was embarrassing, and we shouldn't talk about it. However, in Jeff Fowler, I feel like we have found the guy. They need to give him the money. They need to sign him up. They need to get started. Back to Sonic. So Jim Carrey's back. And to be fair, I don't think anyone else could have played this character. This character was made for him. A bit like your Grinches, your Ace Venturas, like even Liar Liar. I know that wasn't a particular character, but I don't think anyone could have pulled off that character apart from him. If you haven't seen that film, you need to watch it. Funny film. But yes, no one, in my opinion, could pull off this character of the villain like Jim Carrey. I was so happy to see him back on the big screen. I really enjoy his acting. I feel like there is no actor like him. And I don't think there ever will be when I'm thinking about it. Obviously, there might be actually in the future. But the past 10, 15 years, nobody's playing these characters the way that Jim Carrey could play these characters. So it's brief synopsis time. Just want to point out, I do like the way that the director managed to merge a fantasy world with the real world in order to make this film in the real world. It was interesting. It was pretty cool to see. I reckon there will be a second one. I'm hoping there will be a second one. I enjoyed it from an adult's point of view. My daughter enjoyed it from a kid's point of view. It was a nice little adventure. And this is how the film goes down. So, Sonic is obviously at home, you know, home on the island, running with little alleyways that go loop-de-loops, all these kind of things. And he seems to be the only one that is born with such special powers. As a result, obviously, he is a wanted man by those who do not have his power. And they want his power. They want to understand his power. They want to own him. And he goes to an elder, let's say, who has been looking after him since he was a child. And they manage to kill the elder, but before she dies, she basically opens up this gateway. Good use of the rings, by the way, because the rings actually act as a gateway into other worlds, which I thought was really good. It's really creative. It's different. So he also gets a bag of these rings, and the elder basically sends him through this ring, which leads to Earth, and he spends the next 10 years in hiding. And he starts to realize, flipping out, I'm going to see out my life alone. I don't want to be alone. He manages to make friends with a police officer in a small little village in America. And some events happen where the government get involved and they draft in Jim Carrey's character to find out what is going on and who or what is causing these power surges that happen in this small village. And then the adventure is that Sonic obviously has to get away from the villain, but he also needs to get to San Francisco, where there is an important piece of the puzzle for him to complete his journey. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. But as I said before, the use of the rings was really good. There obviously had to be a scene in this film where, I don't know if you guys have played the game, but if Sonic's running really fast and hits into something, he bounces back and rings, all the rings that you've collected throughout that task, then basically explodes out of his body, and you hear this noise, you hear rings crashing. And obviously there was a scene within this film where the rings were crashing, and it was so nostalgic to hear that, because I haven't heard that sound since I was playing it when I was a child. And I was thinking, flipping, I just brought back a whole heap of memories. Really cool. Obviously kids my daughter's age don't know about Sonic like that. I don't think they do. They might actually. Maybe. Not my daughter though, she don't play games. So it's good to see. If you grew up on Sonic, obviously you have to watch it. So I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. But if you just want to take the kids along for a nice little adventurous film, I'd also say to watch it, and for that reason I'd give it a 2 out of 5. Again, the film wasn't fantastic, it didn't blow me away, but it was really creative. I really enjoyed it, and I was more excited at the fact that I may have found a director for the Dragon Ball Z real life action film, which hopefully is coming out and is being revamped. If any studio bosses are hearing this, get it sorted and get this guy signed up. I want to see Gohan, Goku, Frieza, Cell, the lot, Majin Buu, just carrying on wicked, with the help of the director, Jeff Fowler. Okay? That's it from me, guys. If you haven't already, please subscribe and enjoy the rest of your day, your evening, your morning, your afternoon, your night. Take care.